I was actually in all my areas the first 20 months of my mission touched. And so I was basically right around the temple for 20 months of my mission. And so there wasn't much variation there. so I was right there around the temple district. And all right there, it's just everybody lives in apartment buildings. That's all there are apartment buildings, right? There are very, very few people that live in houses. So when we went contacting, is either you go contacting on the streets, in the metro, which is the subway, or you go knock doors. But the only way to knock doors is to get into the apartment buildings. And so you'd have to ring in to an apartment, and you'd have to let the person, somebody in one of the apartment buildings would have to open the door down at the bottom in order for you to get up to all the apartments, right? And so that's kind of how tracting worked, and that's where everybody lived. That's how it was. And even when I went down south, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours south of Madrid for the last few months of my mission, and it was called Talavera, and it was considered a smaller town, but everybody there still lived in apartment buildings. So you just be driving. I remember coming in on the train into this area, and there was just nothing for miles and miles and miles. And then all of a sudden you get into this town, and everything is just clumped together, and there's just high rises in a small little area. So everybody always lived very close together.